Greetings everybody, welcome to G4G on YouTube. I'm Napalm Dawn. Today we're taking a brief look at a new feature in DC Legends. Before we dive into that, since tonight's one of the Overwatch League nights, today's background music is Lucio's mix on 10 minutes for repeat, in honor of it being an Overwatch watching night. So, DC Legends has added something recently to the PvP arena, and that is different PvP things you can participate in, like the Essence Gem Blitz. So we had this that just closed up the other day, and gotta admit, was kind of fun. It's interesting to have two PvP things running because you've got two possible areas where you can run teams for your Alliance dailies. And for those who maybe missed the Essence Gem Blitz, yes, they actually counted for Alliance PvP dailies. What was really interesting about the Essence Gem Blitz is the fact that you had bonuses for certain characters. So, you know, when you do hero challenges, depending upon certain people that you have on your team, they get bonuses. So if we take a look at the Batman Beyond one, you'll see these characters are getting bonuses for being part of the fight, bonus health, etc. Well, for the new PvP arena that they had, the Gem Blitz, not only did you have your Alliance daily characters being flagged, but you also had bonuses for certain characters to bring into the PvP match. And it was kind of cool because it really mixed things up a little bit. What they got as their bonuses, rather than like health and attack and everything that you see when you're doing the hero challenges, a lot of the bonuses were based on speed. So if you were used to your team operating a certain way, it was very, very interesting to do the Gem Blitz and see things be wildly different than it normally is. So oh, actually, okay, looks like they're doing it again here with this one. Let me take a look over here. Today shouldn't be... I didn't think today was a PvP Alliance Daily. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So it looks like today is a PvP day. I didn't look at that correctly when I was first in earlier. So when you were doing the Gem Blitz, you would see things similar to this, where the daily characters were flagged, but then you were also getting bonuses for the ones flagged for the event. And it really kind of messed with my head a little bit, because I was used to certain speeds of characters and who would go when, and usually where my team's turns would fall. And with these bonuses, it was kind of crazy. I mean, you were seeing like a Zatanna go before anybody else on the field, and that's really odd considering the fact that I'm running Siren, who tends to go really, really early, and actually my Broccoli goes pretty early too. So it's a very cool thing that you could do PvP dailies during that Gem Blitz, because if you needed to have a particularly weaker lineup just to do your dailies, you could go over to Blitz and probably get matched up with people that were clearly under your rank, therefore making it easier to bring scrubs along for the day. I will say that the bonuses made certain characters really, really tough. There were a few times where I was fighting teams that were pretty much under my power, by maybe even 2,000 to 3,000, and like I got out of a match with it basically coming down to a one-on-one, which was really, really surprising, and that's because of the way the bonuses interacted. So I think it brings some pretty nice flair to the PvP structure and everything, and you know, hey, another way of getting dailies done, and another way of getting dailies done when maybe you have to bring a really weak character to the field that is just not strong enough to stand up to your current PvP opponents. It's always nice to have another spot in which you can do it. So it'll be nice to see when the Blitz comes around again. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do a video when the Gem Blitz was actually up. Things have been a little bit busy over here and hadn't had the time to pull off a video for it. But what you see here is predominantly my main team, except Hal is in for the PvP Alliance Daily. And most of the other people in today's daily are not that strong for me. So I'm not bringing them to opponents around my particular power level, because I don't feel like losing. And Batgirl is in the shop, and hopefully when I clear this board here, I'll get rid of the bug about the shards that just keep popping up all the time saying, hey, you cleared your board, yay. So my typical team, which I've done some videos on, has Broccoli leading, Dr. Poison, Siren, a Zatanna. I use this team almost anywhere that I can. I'm just so entrenched in them and so used to what they do and how they operate. But Hal is a common stand-in for Alliance Dailies. Bane is in there sometimes. Generally, I try to get rid of the same classes when I have to swap one out. So if Hal comes in, he takes the green spot of Broccoli. Bane or Batman, which is another common one, they take my red spot for Dr. Poison. I really try to hold on to Siren as much as I can. She's pretty much the biggest playmaker on my team over here. Dr. Poison sadly is only a legendary 1-star. I really would love to get the chance to get some multiple stars on her now, and the rest of the team's been pulling in 2 and 3 stars for some time. I really wouldn't mind getting Dr. Poison up there. Occasionally, depending on what I have to do for the daily, I'll move Zatanna to the lead because the team is really heavy on debuffs. So getting that extra turn meter when I debuff somebody, of course, is pretty cool. I like to get rid of Tattoo Aquaman as soon as possible when I see him on the enemy side, because when he gets that crit work going, I've seen him obliterate people. And considering their team is ranked a little bit stronger than mine, I definitely want to get rid of him first, which just happened. So typical openers, Dr. Poison does the AoE grenade. Siren will follow up with her AoE, which gets her evasion stacks going, and everybody starts bleeding out badly. Dr. Poison also has that caked-in heal block when she throws the grenade, which is pretty handy, and it also does a pretty good job of preventing revives, and she's got a backup heal if for some reason I need a secondary heal, or maybe Zatanna got stunned or enraged or something. Wow, they had a big heal over there. So, you know, she's good as a backup, but predominantly she's there to spread bleeds, which Siren takes massive advantage of. And that's one of my favorite combos that Siren does when she does the 1-2. I'm happy when I have to bring Hal for Alliance missions. He is pretty fun when he's shielded. The chance to drag anybody else in with backup attacks, especially Dr. Poison Siren, is always really handy because people just melt from the bleeds. So there we go, guys. There's the new feature in DC Legends. We have the extra PvPs now, like the Blitz. What do you guys think about it? I think it's pretty handy to have that available, to have 2 options available when we need to do PvP Alliance dailies. And, you know, it's a good way of maybe taking in weaker characters for your Alliance daily when everything currently in your battle log is too close to your level, if not higher. Here's a little trick that I like to do sometimes to try to get some lower power opponents. It works about a good 80-85% of the time. When my board is ready to clear, I go into my defenses and I'll hit Revenge, and I'll pick the weakest setup that I've got. So this setup was at one time down around the 7k range, but right now you can see here it's about 8.6. As soon as I pick it, I go back to my main screen, I collect my rewards, and generally on the refresh, I get some fair... So here, you can see some 6s, some 5s, an 8, a 9. This one's relatively balanced, but occasionally when I do this trick, I will pull in really, really weak power teams, which makes it really, really easy to clear the board, and also do alliance dailies when it comes to PvP. So I'm going to rotate Dr. P out. I'll bring in Bane. I can see I still overpower these guys pretty heavily. So now I can get 2 of the characters in for the daily. I'll just do this one last battle and we'll wrap it up. I wouldn't mind seeing Poison Ivy again for a PvP daily. I think she is probably the most mental character in the game right now. I think it's very, very interesting when you build teams around Poison Ivy, the way that she can copy buffs and everything. Whenever I see Hal out there, I like to go for him first to at least get rid of the shields, because he's so much more annoying when his shields are up. The fact that he has the stun, the fact that he has the ability to pull in other attacks if you go for that legendary point. People definitely seem to be embracing the new Batman Beyond. A lot of people had issues with him at first, thinking, well, you know, hey, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's a reasonable setup guy. And, you know, hit chance down, that's as good as building an evasion team. So you can do things like with Harley and Scarecrow and everything like that. Just bring him for the hit chance down and have it get meshed into Scarecrow's leader ability. And you've got an interesting team there. It's something that I wouldn't mind taking a look into and investigating. Bring a bunch of people that have evasion up, bring him for the hit chance down, and you get all those amazing bonuses for missed attacks. Alright guys, there we go. That's what we've got going on right now in DC Legends. Still playing this game pretty regularly. As a matter of fact, I just changed alliances recently to one that does way more stuff daily. I've been hanging out in my original alliance that I had joined way back when alliances first started. I kind of remained loyal to them, but it just got to the point where I knew I was crippling my rewards daily by hanging out there. I mean, it was very easy for me to be top 1 or 2 or 3 at any given day, but the rewards were just kind of crap, being in an alliance that had maybe like 7 active people. Now I'm in like a full 30 group, and I pull my weight, and I get good rewards out of it. So, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned to the channel for more Marvel Strike Force videos coming out. And some World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth videos are definitely on the horizon. Take care, everybody.